Hey y'all, it's Lippy. Good morning. Y'all know what we gonna make? Mock cranberry sauce. Yep, you heard me. I do this all the time. I was rotating my pantry and I found a jug of cranberry juice. Now you gotta use pure cranberry juice, not cocktail juice. It expires this November and I was like, oh, winter's coming. Let's make some cranberry jelly, but we're gonna add flavors and make cranberry sauce. So what I'm gonna do is show you the ingredients. Now, let me say, if I would have had oranges here, I would have took the peeling off, a couple of pieces of the peeling, and I would have infused my cranberry juice with that. I don't have any oranges, so that's why I used 1/4 cup of the orange juice to 4 3/4 cup of cranberry juice, because you need a total of 5 cups of juice. So I'll show you the ingredients, and y'all, this is a no-brainer. But actually, this couldn't have worked out any better because I have something to share with y'all. Now we're gonna try it together, okay? We're trying this new canner together. So I'll be using it for the first time with y'all. So I'll get the camera turned around and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be canning in today. Oh, wait, first, gotta show you the ingredients, and we gotta get our mock cranberry sauce going. I guess we can call it a mock, right? It's Lippy's recipe, and it's so stinking good. Nobody's gonna know, especially if you serve that gelled stuff. Have you priced cranberries like last year? I don't even want to know what they cost this year. So now we got our own, and it's cheap to make. I promise. Here's the ingredients you're gonna need to make homemade cranberry jelly. Guys, it tastes just like cranberry sauce. In this measuring cup, I have 4 cups cranberry juice. Now, I am using the 100% juice, not the cocktail, okay? You don't want any additives. That's 4 cups. And to this measuring cup, I have 3/4 cup of cranberry juice and 1/4 cup of orange juice. I'm using the original no pulp. This is just pure orange juice. 7 cups of sugar. Yes, I said 7 cups of sugar. You're gonna need a box of Sure Gel. That's your pectin. And I will be adding an extra tablespoon of pectin. Whole allspice, whole clove, and a cinnamon stick. And this is what you're gonna need to achieve cranberry jelly. Now all I've done is add my 4 3/4 cup cranberry juice and my 1/4 cup orange juice. That's all I've done. We're sitting at a medium to high heat. I'm gonna add 2 cinnamon sticks. We're gonna be using whole clove and whole allspice. That's a 1/2 teaspoon each. And y'all have seen me do this before. You can put it in a mash. I don't like to put them just loose in the juice because you may miss one. So I always put it in this tea mesh, and I'm gonna set it in here, and we're gonna bring this to a rolling boil, and then we're gonna turn the fire off, set it to the side, and we're gonna let this steep for 1 hour. Okay, we brought it up to a boil, removed it from the stove, and we're gonna let it sit here and rest for 1 hour. Y'all are looking at Lippy's new water bath canner. This actually is a steam canner. but I'll show you what I did yesterday. Okay, as you see, this has a gauge. Now yesterday I did have to calibrate it. And I'm not sure if the camera will pick up, but you see that little black line? Because I calibrated it to my altitude. So I will know that is my new indicator when I am ready to start my timing. Okay, the inside looks like this. This actually holds 8 pints, 7 quarts. It takes 2.5 quarts of water. Your water has to be level with the stand. And now let me tell you why I chose this. The last, what did I make last? I can't remember, the salsa. Guys, I almost dropped that water bath canner twice. I have a plate in this wrist here. You can kind of see it bows. This is a large plate, and I also have pins in this finger here. If I overuse my hands, sometimes this one will get weak on me. That was a lot of water, and it was still very warm. But that wasn't the only reason I chose to try this. It's because my water bath canner is now probably about 20 years old, this one. And I noticed that it's starting to wear. It's starting to have that rust look. It's getting thin at the bottom. When you use canners, as a lot of us canners do, 20 years, it's done its job. I mean, but I was getting concerned because, like I said, it's getting thin. And I don't want to have a leakage or a problem. So I was going to buy another one. And I said, no, do your research. We're going to try this. It was $59.99. The water bath canners that I used, that I think I paid $10 for, I think they're like $25 now, depending on where you shop at. So yeah, I did spend the difference. So you can say this was $60. I can send it back if it doesn't work. But guys, I can pick up 2 quarts of water. This steamer weighs nothing. I mean, absolutely has no weight to it. I love the handles. I can grip them, but 2.5 quarts of water, I don't think I'll drop it. Now, anything can happen. And then I started thinking, wow, look how much water I saved. So we're fixing to test this little gadget with our cranberry jelly, because that's basically what it is. But we're going to call it mock cranberry sauce because, guys, it is absolutely delicious. Now, I have made it adding red hots to it, but I've also made it with the ingredients that you would make cranberry sauce with. So I have it through the winter. I will pull it out when it's Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we eat it just like you would cranberry sauce, because I'm going to be adding an extra tablespoon of pectin. I really want to gel it. But the star of the show is this steamer. So I'll see you back in an hour, because our stuff's got to sit and marry. And I can't remember if I told you, I'll leave the ingredients in the description, but that was a 1/2 teaspoon of whole clove, a 1/2 teaspoon of whole allspice. If you have star anise, that is amazing. I don't have any. So it's just simple ingredients. And like I said, you can exchange that 1/4 of a cup of orange juice for a couple of orange peels to get that back of that orange flavor. I just didn't have an orange. So, and then if you would have done that, you would have had 5 cups of cranberry juice. So the bottom line is you got to have 5 cups of juice to 7 cups of sugar. That is the ratio that we're going to be making. So I'm going to sit down. I'm doing laundry, drink me some coffee, and we're going to test this steamer out. Y'all, this may be a winner. It may be a flop. But we're going to find out together, aren't we? Okay, I think you can see. All I did was fill my jars up. They are various sizes. I'm going to keep this pint for us. This gives me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 half pints one little one because I don't want to waste nothing. And we have 2 pints. They're going to process for 15 minutes. There is no fire on this stove, okay? Now, the instruction says to put the lid on. And we're going to bring it up to my pressure mark. Now, a good indicator is the lid will kind of lift. You'll have a little bit of water coming out the side, and I'll show you. That's when we're going to dial it down. But like I said, I tested it during calibration, so I pretty well know what number I need to start on. So I'm going to a number 8. And then we're going to watch it come to pressure with my indicator, and then I will turn it down to where it is holding at its level, but this isn't rocking and you don't have water spewing. Okay, this is what I was talking about. I did dial my stove down from an 8 to a 6 because this lid is rocking and you have a little bit of splatter. That's an indicator that it has reached the boiling state, but not yet at our temperature. So this is actually a good indicator. It's already starting to settle down, so I know between 5 and 6 is probably going to be my sweet spot for this stove. Now, where this tea kettle is, you see that there's moisture there. That's because there is a vent back here. That's escaping the steam. It is maintaining. Okay, y'all, I just turned the fire off. It processed 15 minutes. The total time was 22 minutes from start to finish. That was putting the jars in, bringing the water temperature up. I would say 22 minutes, not bad at all. Now it says to allow to rest 3 to 5 minutes before we lift the lid. So that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the time for it to rest, lift the lid, and then remove the jars. Well, as you can see, I got company. This is my granddaughter, Michaela, y'all. Y'all don't ever see her. But this is a hit. Absolutely a hit. Now, I did notice it does, you know, change up in here, the color because of the aluminum. That's to be expected. And I also have a softener on our well. So that's very expected. But I would say I am glad I went with this and not back with that other one. Half the time, guys, than using the old method. So we're still going to give it another shot. But we got our mock cranberry sauce. So I'm going to let Michaela tell you what she thinks.
Okay. It tastes just like cranberry sauce, but it's like jelly on a plate, pretty much.
Did y'all hear that? It tastes like cranberry sauce, but she was honest. It still looks like jelly on a plate. But hey, that's okay. We tried to achieve that flavor, right?
As long as it tastes good.
As long as it tastes good. You know, so your company comes and you put a little dab of jelly on their plate. They're going to be like, just try it. You'll love it. But guess what? I didn't lose that bottle of cranberry juice, now did I? Hey, and we got to try this out. I'm glad that I had that cranberry juice. So, as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Now I got to cook supper for these kids. Mm-hmm. They gave me a menu this long, y'all. I ain't never going to get out the kitchen.
I'm going to eat it all, though.
Did you hear that? She said she going to eat it all. Let me tell you. Hold up. Before I hang up, let me show y'all something. Homemade brownies with homemade fudge icing. Y'all, they don't ever let me get out the kitchen when they here. I just get me a pillow and a blanket. I just sleep on the table. Because, I mean, you know, they think it's open 24 hours a day. All right, I'm going to upload it. This is a hit. And until the next one. Bye, y'all.